Are you a small business owner drowning in numbers and receipts? Meet Balance Buddies, my new bookkeeping service that takes the stress out of managing your finances so you can focus on growing your business. Hiring a bookkeeper isn't just about staying organized, it's about saving time, making smarter decisions, and even boosting profits. And now I'm here to help small business owners like you take control of your books with ease. To get you started, grab my free guide, 10 Bookkeeping Mistakes Small Businesses Make and How to Avoid Them. Download it now at balancebuddies.pro/guide. And let's keep your books and your business balanced. Welcome to the Frugalpreneur podcast. I am your host, Sarah St. John. This episode is what I refer to as a showcase episode where I feature a bootstrapped entrepreneur and they briefly share their tips, tricks, tactics, techniques, and tools that help them bootstrap their business and the successes and failures along the way. My hope is that each of these showcase episodes will provide at least one valuable takeaway that you could implement right away in your own bootstrap business journey. Now on to the episode.
Thanks for having me on, Sarah. My name's Jack Allweil. I grew up in a very small town in Michigan, about 100 miles north of Detroit, like 1,000 people. I'd say my journey or background really started sitting in a math class my junior year of college. I was a math and econ major. Didn't really know what I was doing with my life, like many people, like, 20, 21 years old. And this class was an interest theory class, and I had always liked math, but this class, we got to use a lot of different symbols for like calculating present values of future cash flows. And I was like, yeah, I kind of like this. And it was part of the actuarial mathematics curriculum. And part of the appeal to the actuarial profession, I thought, was it was very exam driven. It seemed like if you just passed the exams, you would get a fair shot. And even at the time, it kind of seemed like you kind of needed to know people to get opportunities in some realms. So I thought it seemed pretty fair in that respect. So I got into that, and I actually ended up moving down to North Carolina in 2015, didn't know a soul. I had already passed 5 exams at that point, and the 6th one was giving me a lot of issues. And I ended up losing some balance in my life. My work product was on the down, I would say. So I ended up getting fired in 2016. And I needed to revamp my life. So I started reading a lot. I still got another actuary job, but I decided to house hack in 2017. And that really made my life a lot more robust. And it felt like I had more freedom to pursue other passion projects and get started really to my real estate journey. I think the story from my life that might be a little more applicable to someone that really doesn't have a lot of money going forward or starting with is after I started house hacking, I started reading a real lot about real estate and some creative financing methods. So one of my strategies, I was calling property managers, and this does take a lot of time, but it doesn't take a lot of money. So calling property managers and seeing if any of their clients are looking to offload for any reason. Sure enough, I found a property manager that had a client that it was a couple, they were going through a divorce. They had to offload 3 of their properties, one 3-unit and 2 single families. I ended up asking them if they would sell or finance it for me. Like I said, I did not have that much cash. And they wanted like $20,000 down. And I basically raised 15 of those 20,000 from friends, my brother and a friend, and was able to make the down payment that way. And then the owners financed the rest. That's how I got started.
Sweet Dash is the ultimate all-in-one business software platform designed to simplify your operations and supercharge your growth. Say goodbye to tech tool overload and hello to a single unified system that handles CRM, proposals, scheduling, contracts, invoicing, subscriptions, project management, client portals, file sharing, and marketing, all in one place. With Sweet Dash, you'll enjoy one login to streamline your business, saving you time and sanity. No code automations that put your business on autopilot by slashing manual tasks. The real kicker? Unlimited users and clients. This means you can invite your team, clients, and contractors without worrying about extra fees. But Sweet Dash isn't just about software, it's about community. Their roadmap thrives on user feedback and live support sessions, ensure you're never alone on your journey to success. Trusted by tens of thousands of small businesses with over 1,000 glowing 5-star reviews on Capterra and G2, Sweet Dash is a platform you've been waiting for. You can try it free, no credit card required, at sweetdash.com. That's SUITEDASH.com. Sweet Dash. One login, one platform, one low price, unlimited potential.
Feel like I had so many mistakes. It's pretty crazy. I didn't verify the owners had insurance on one of the rentals. And when I went to get insurance after I had bought it, they said, "Oh, you need a new roof on the garage." I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like, and then I went back to the owners and like, "How did you guys insure this? What company did you use?" And they said, "Yeah, we just didn't have insurance." Doing proper due diligence is paramount, I would say, in any way. Getting referrals beforehand, doing research on insurances. I've been bamboozled by a website creator. This was a slightly different company, but my land flipping company. I was talking with this Irish guy on X, seemed very nice, said he could make me a website. I send him $2,000 to make me a website. It seems to be going well. And then next thing you know, I'm sitting at my desk trying to update the website and he's not responding. I have no idea how to use it. And I've just been bamboozled out of $2,000. My biggest success, I guess I would say, is at least financially, that first deal I did. I mean, it was a slight risk, but it has had a huge impact to my overall net worth. I mean, I bought those 3 properties for 60 grand sight unseen, and now they're all together worth over 200,000 and the cash flow and they're paid off. So great reminder that you never know where a decision is going to take you. I'd say at the end of the day, if you want to scale anything, you need to leverage either other people's money or other people's time. So with the rentals, I've tried to get good management in place. I think that is very important. I would get a lot of references, do your due diligence on the property managers so they can do the work for you. In terms of land flipping, I started to go to states where I could do most of the research on my own. I've been flipping in Arizona where I can do all the title research myself remotely. And so that's been pretty cool. And I've utilized a tool called LG Pass for my CRM and sending out mailers. So I don't have to physically print out letters, envelope them, and stamp them. It's all done automatically. I just upload a CSV file into LG Pass and it mails the letters out. So that's been a very useful tool I've used along the way to acquire properties that I then go and sell for more money. I'd say one of the biggest things to get comfortable with is making decisions. And I think to be a good decision maker, it is imperative for you to separate the decision from the result. And there's a famous former poker player, Annie Duke, who wrote a book called Thinking in Bets, where she has this phrase she calls resulting. It's the idea of separating the result from the actual decision, because you can play a hand correctly and still get unlucky. So it puts this idea of that there are some parts skill, some parts chance in life, and you have to get comfortable making decisions and being okay with the outcomes. On top of that, I would say it's more important to understand the environment we're operating in. For example, instead of trying to create a plane that flies faster, it would be more beneficial to find the time of day where the weather patterns are in your favor and you have a tailwind to your back. So I think that goes to the monetary environment, understanding how to use debt, how the government operates in terms of money printing. And I think learning that will be way more beneficial than just trying to make more money, just like working hard, because the system is kind of rigged. But as long as you learn the rules, you won't get slaughtered, basically. If you want to go, I talk a lot about money topics, macro and hard money on my YouTube channel, and that's at Jack Allweil 5746. And thanks for having me. I hope you enjoyed that episode and were able to take away a valuable nugget of information that you can implement right away in your own business. If you feel your story would be valuable for the listeners of this show, please visit frugal.show/guest. Are you a small business owner drowning in numbers and receipts? Meet Balance Buddies.
my new bookkeeping service that takes the stress out of managing your finances so you can focus on growing your business. Hiring a bookkeeper isn't just about staying organized, it's about saving time, making smarter decisions, and even boosting profits. And now I'm here to help small business owners like you take control of your books with ease. To get you started, grab my free guide, 10 bookkeeping mistakes small businesses make and how to avoid them. Download it now at balancebuddies.pro/guide. And let's keep your books and your business balanced.